Welcome to this demo of Java under the hood, in which I will demonstrate the use of a method parameter of a reference type. The code I'll use consists of this class with two methods. Now, the main thing this code does is to set a property of an object. In this case, the seed property of a random object. The main method starts by creating an object, passing it an initial seed of 10 via the constructor. After instantiation, the seed is changed to 20 using the setSeed method of the random class. Then the method changeSeed is invoked with two arguments: the reference value rand1 and a new value of 30 for the seed. In changeSeed, we set the seed using the two parameters. Now, what we're interested in this demo is the effect of passing a reference variable as argument to a method. Let's have a look at the memory layout. In the stack frame of the main method, we first note the presence of its argument parameter at the first position in the local variables array. When we execute the first statement, local variable rand1 is stored in the second position in the array, and when the object is created, rand1 holds address 1000 of the random object. For those of you new to my series, all this has been explained in a previous demo. The value of 10 in the object represents the value of the seed property that we passed via the constructor. How an object really looks like is explained in a future video. Now, in the next statement, we use rand1 to change the seed of the object it refers to. What happens when this is executed? Well, the setSeed method will be invoked on an object. But which object? The answer is given by rand1 dot. How is that evaluated at runtime? Well, first we look in the current stack frame for rand1. Next, the dot means that we are dereferencing the value that rand1 holds or refers to, 1000. In other words, we'll use the object which is located at address 1000. And it is on that object that the method setSeed is executed with a value of 20. Now, actually, we are dealing with a method call here. More things happen behind the scenes than I explained now. But more on method calls in a future video. Okay, next we invoke the changeSeed methods. The Java runtime environment jumps to the implementation of the method, creating a new stack frame for it. What happens when passing the first argument rand1 to parameter rnd? Since rnd is the first parameter of the new method, it will be put at the first position, index 0, in the local variables array of this new stack frame. It will receive the content of its corresponding argument rand1, namely the value of 1000. This results in rnd being able to access the random object as well. In other words, by passing a reference variable to changeSeed, we provide access to the same object from within a different part in our code. And actually, it's possible to provide any method in a Java program access to one and the same object by using this mechanism. And this is very powerful, since it prevents us from having to create copies of the object and passing those copies as arguments. Passing references instead is much more memory efficient. What happens when the second argument is passed? Well, added to the stack is the seed integer variable at the second position in the local variables array at index 1. And the seed variable gets the value of 30. Our stack frame is now set up. Let's execute the statement in the method. How is this executed? Well, a similar story as when we have used the setSeed method in the main method. The only difference is the name of the reference variable that we use. So in rnd.setSeed, we use rnd to change the seed of the object it refers to. But which object? So the answer is given by rnd dots. So first we look in the current stack frame for R&D. Next, the dot means that we are dereferencing the value that R&D holds, 1000, and it's on this object that the setSeed method will be executed with a value of 30. That's all for this method. We leave this method, and since it is no longer executing, the stack frame associated with it will be removed from memory, and we are back at the stack frame of the main method. At this stage of the program, the object has a seed of 30. Okay, that's it for this demo. Bye bye.